Have you been trying to declutter your space, but it's not working because you have ADHD? Hi, I'm Flora, your minimalism mentor and simplification coach for over 27 years. And in today's video, I'm going to share with you one of the most powerful tips on how to declutter when you have ADHD. As someone with ADHD myself, I know how hard it is when you want to declutter a space, but you just can't seem to focus. So one of the reasons why this is when we have ADD or ADHD or are otherwise neurospicy, what happens is we are overstimulated by the stuff that we have going on in our space. We process things at a different speed than people who are not neurodivergent. Because of this, because we have so much stimulus and because there is all this stuff in our brain, what we do typically is we tend to leave stuff out so that we can, first and foremost, remember that we have that thing. And secondly, so that we remember to do something specific. Like if you want to crochet a blanket, what do? You leave all of your crocheting stuff out. If you need to recharge the AC in your vehicle and you have the AC charge thing on your counter for months at a time. So what happens when we leave all this stuff out? Yes, we remember that we have it, and yes, we remember we need to do it, but it also adds to our stress. The reason why it adds to our stress is because the more stuff that our body and brain have to scan visually, the more cortisol actually pumps through our veins. What's cortisol? Cortisol is a stress hormone that is caused by actual stressors, immediate dangers, and also excess stuff. The reason why it's caused by excess stuff is because our brain is searching and scanning and saying, wow, there is so much stuff all around us that one of these things or many could be a potential threat. So in today's video, I'm going to share with you, again, as I mentioned earlier, one of the best ways to reduce visual clutter and declutter more effectively with ADD and ADHD. If you've been watching this series, you know that I am a huge fan of body doubling. And body doubling can help you get more done in less time when you are choosing to declutter. But one of the huge things that I've heard from my audience, as well as my private clients, as well as myself personally, is sometimes having a body double works to a point, but you're just not quite sure where everything goes. Now, typically what happens when someone goes to declutter, whether you're neurodivergent or not, you pull everything out of a space and then start to put back only what you use and what you want to keep. The problem, however, is a lot of people don't assign a home to the things that they're going to keep. So they're just like, well, I don't even know where to put this. Even if I want to keep it, I'm not quite sure. So this is the tip, especially, again, if you're neurodivergent, ADD, ADHD, and you haven't really assigned homes for the things in your space, grab a pad of sticky notes and a permanent marker. I want you to look around the space that you want to declutter and ask yourself, what would live in each of these spaces? Okay, so let's just say that you have a dresser and you have a top drawer. And right now there's like literally everything. There's no rhyme or reason, just everything's just kind of thrown in there. What would you put in there if something had a home? So you could say, okay, so the top drawer of my dresser is gonna have socks and underwear. Okay, perfect. Right, socks, boom, underwear, boom. So you know when you have this pile of clothes and you're like, here's a pile of socks, here's a pile of underwear, I don't even know where to put them. Now you do. Boom, socks and underwear in that top drawer. Let's just say the second drawer, you want to put your workout clothes. The third drawer, you want to put your shorts and your pants. Perfect. Write it out. Write it out. Pro tip, when you're doing this, put like items together from all around your house, because chances are there are multiple things in multiple places and multiple spaces and rooms in your home. So all hygiene stuff, decide where you want to put hygiene stuff and put it all together. Like many people put their hygiene stuff in their bathroom. If you have supplements, Put your supplements in your kitchen. If you have medical items, put them in the bathroom or a hall closet. If you have shoes, put those in a closet. Again, deciding where each type of item is going to live is really truly going to help you, first and foremost, know exactly where to put it. But secondly, you're going to know what to take out of the space. The clutter that you have out is the stuff that you use all the time. The stuff that's in the closets and the drawers and the cabinets are typically the stuff that you don't use all that often. So when you are assigning a home for the things that are out, give yourself permission to pull all that stuff out that you're not using, put the stuff away that you are using, and really give yourself permission to say, I'm not really using the stuff that was in this cabinet or drawer or closet. I could probably get rid of it. Now, one of the big questions that I get during this process is, well, what if I've given a home to everything and I'm going to put my shirts here, my pants here, my hygiene stuff here, my supplements here, and then in the midst of decluttering, I have a pile of stuff I want to keep, but no home for it. Like I haven't assigned a spot for these random things. Perfect. Put everything else away first and save that pile for last, and then sort through the pile and see if you could work it into one of the homes that you've already assigned it to, or create another home for it. If you have an empty basket, use that. But again, write out on the sticky notes what you're going to put and where you're going to put it. One of the biggest things that I hear from people is, I don't want to put stuff away because I'm going to forget where it is. And this is where I challenge that thought. You're not going to forget where it is because you have the sticky note still on the drawer. And we're going to keep the sticky notes on the drawer or the cabinet or the closet, wherever it is that all your stuff is housed, so that you can remind yourself of, oh yeah, that's where that is. And you go to it, and you're going to start building that neural pathway in your brain that recognizes and remembers, I have this in this drawer. So you don't need to keep it out, which is so refreshing, because the less stuff that you have out in your space, the less cortisol or stress hormone that's going to be running through your veins, and the more expansiveness you'll be able to feel. It truly feels so peaceful when you walk into a space and it's clutter-free, and you know, oh, I'm going to go make my protein shake, and you know exactly where your shaker bottle is. It's up with the other drink beverage containers, and I know exactly where my protein powder is. Or, oh, hey, I'm going to go paint my nails. Perfect. I know exactly where all of my stuff is because you've assigned a home for it. You no longer need to keep it out. Now, yes, many of us have decades of practice of keeping stuff out so that we remember that we have it first and foremost and to do something. But I promise you, you can create those neural pathways, and you can create a practice of saying, okay, wait, where is this thing? You look, oh yeah, I put it here. And again, you're going to start remembering and retraining your brain to look for the things that you require and need in your life and want with the little sticky notes. And the piece that comes with having less stuff out and truly having a home for things is so refreshing. Save this video and go try my sticky note method. Come back and tell me what you thought of it. For a complimentary 60-minute Zoom session where I can help you with this exact thing, click the link below this video for a complimentary strategy session and clutter audit. And for more tips and tricks, download my Essential Decluttering Guide by clicking the link in the description. If you found today's video helpful, please like, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you know every single time a video is released. For more support, resources, and upcoming live events, click the links below.